Good morning, people. Say to the people, Barbara.
Good afternoon.
Time is relative, so I say this morning, because I just opened my eyes. Yay! All right, we gotta do this bullshit again every day, all day long. Same thing, over and over again. Because they keep just saying the same shit over and over again. Just put this nigga in jail. I got an animated dedicated to Ivy and Maleah coming real soon. Once you figure out how to shorten it or pay the full price, either one. All right, let's go. I didn't know they did that. That's neat. You know when you got phones and you don't do all the what's the name to us? Then when you find it out, it's kind of neat, huh? Yeah.
Apple investigators keep on the trail of finding Maleah.
We look for luck of any type, but you can create the luck.
A former FBI agent shows us they rely on chance as much as strategy.
Get out of the car!
This video changed the way some of you look at Sandra Bland's death, but a family attorney says he never saw it during the case. A debate heads to the state capitol. Was there a cover-up? KHOU 11 News at 10 starts right now. First tonight, a message to Maleah. We are not giving up on you, sweet girl, and neither are the investigators working tirelessly to bring you justice. The reward for information that helps find Maleah is up to $20,000 tonight. Larry Seward is live at HPD with what investigators need to stop this case from going cold. Larry?
Well, I can tell you tonight, Mia, a retired FBI agent and prosecutor told us in cases like Maleah's, luck is no small part of what happens from here out. Between cold and solved, cases of missing children, weeks old, see the flow of tips slow, and rely on what former FBI Supervisory Special Agent Dennis Franks...
Maximum volume.
You try to create opportunities for love to develop. At some point, you've exhausted all these. Don't discount anything. Keep it alive. Keep it going. And it may take 6 months. It may take a year. It may take 2 years. So what the chief is doing here is very important.
This is the last known photo of 4-year-old Maleah Lynn Davis, missing 23 days. Houston police no longer think she's alive. Her stepdad, Darian Vince, is their only suspect. Already in jail for tampering, if Vince knows where to find Maleah, detectives say he won't tell them, so they're relying on tips and released photos to get good ones. This one shows a gas can police found in Vince's trunk. Detectives want to talk to whoever sold it to him. In that same trunk, police dogs caught whiffs of human remains. While investigators wade through forensic test results, Chief Art Acevedo spoke out yesterday to keep the case fresh in minds, hoping it sparks some witnesses' memory.
Anybody that might have seen something suspicious involving an individual that matches the description of the stepdad, we'd want to know.
Chief Acevedo believes a break is close. To get it,
The longer it goes, the more likely there is that things will be disclosed.
Frank says detectives could release details they are so far too hesitant to make public. Well, detectives did not release any new information tonight, but the reward for information leading to Maleah, as you mentioned, is up to $20,000. Live downtown, Larry Seaman, KHOU 11 News.
Thank you, Larry. And these are the 3 images investigators hope you keep in mind. Maleah, Darian Vince, and the silver Nissan Altima. If you remember seeing anything around the time of her disappearance, call Crime Stoppers.
They're gonna drag me out of my own car.
Get out of the car!
And then you're
I
gonna
will
stop
light
me?
you up! Get out!
Wow.
Now!
It is the video that sparked a brand new controversy in the Sandra Bland case. Was her own cell phone video of her arrest covered up? Investigators say no, while her family and their attorneys say yes. Tomorrow, a hearing at the state capitol will try to uncover the truth. Here's Brian Collister with the Investigative Network.
Get out of the car!
And then you're
I
gonna
will
stop
light
me?
you up! Get out!
Wow.
After Sandra Bland reported her own arrest during a traffic stop with a DPS trooper,
Wow.
Get out of the
Really,
car!
for a failure to signal. You're doing all of this for a
Get
failure to
over
signal.
there!
Right, yeah.
she was later found dead in a cell at the Waller County Jail just 3 days later. Her mother, Geneva Reed Veal, filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the Texas Department of Public Safety and Trooper Brian Insinia in federal court. Bland's mother had 6 lawyers on the case. For months, they repeatedly asked DPS for all videos, sound recordings, tape recordings, and recordings of every type. But when we showed the cell phone video to the Bland family's lead attorney, Cannon Lambert...
Where'd you get that? Have you ever seen that video? I've never seen that.
Lambert and the Bland family were stunned, saying this video was never turned over to them by the DPS or the Texas Attorney General's office, or even the FBI or U.S. Attorney. DPS now suggests the Bland family and their lawyers simply missed Sandra's cell phone video in all of the discovery evidence. Though they declined to go on camera, in a written statement, Texas DPS officials say they, quote, complied with its discovery obligations in the civil litigation. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who represented DPS and Trooper Insinia, released a similar statement. Quote, the Office of the Attorney General fully complied with all discovery obligations during the civil lawsuit brought by Mrs. Bland's family. No videos related to this case were concealed, a claim Lambert expected even before we reported the existence of Sandra's recording.
I'm sure they'll try and suggest that that was what they gave us. Funny, that means Larry, that means Tom, that means me, that means Ted, that means Amir, that means Aaron. 6 lawyers don't see that? Call me an idiot, but you can't call those other 5 idiots.
In fact, the investigative network has found the state's claims of cooperation are misleading. And it's all right here in these publicly filed federal court records. They show that the Texas Attorney General and the DPS opposed repeated requests by the Bland family's attorneys for evidence in their possession during this lawsuit. The DPS and Attorney General claimed that the law enforcement agency was immune from any lawsuits and cited the ongoing criminal case against the trooper.
Yeah, no wonder they...
Say it again.
Why was she even in jail? I mean, if it was for failure to signal, they don't usually take you to jail for that.
No.
Or was it that she was...
No. Remember, she didn't supposedly comply.
Well, he was telling her to get the fuck out and do stuff like that. And I didn't think...
We all know you ain't supposed to. What the hell are you talking about?
But then she's in there for 3 days?
Yeah. And then they killed her, allegedly. No, fuck that. They killed her. They can't do nothing to me. They killed her.
Wowzers.
Exactly, Gadget.
Can't get no justice.
They settled the case. I mean, you know, with the Rangers, the most we could get is $100,000. No wonder they wanted to settle it so quick. They're sitting on this crap.
This is the DPS Texas Ranger report that was released only after the lawsuit was settled and the criminal case against Insinia was dropped in 2017. Inside the Ranger report are 59 references to Sandra Bland's cell phone, the warrant to search that phone, and the discovery that she had recorded the confrontation with Insinia. 59 references. Pretty hard to miss.
I'm the one that was asking for all of the video.
But Lambert says none of those references to the cell phone video were in the version of the Ranger report they received. Bland's sister believes DPS didn't want the cell phone video being seen after public outrage was sparked by the trooper's dash camera video.
And I think if everyone had saw this, it would have just made DPS look horrible.
As for the federal court evidence, Bland's attorneys were ordered to give it all back to the court when the case was settled, leaving their word against those who arrested Sandra Bland. On Friday, it's lawmakers' turn to try and figure out exactly what happened. For the Investigative Network, I'm Brian Collister.
The Attorney General and DPS have been invited to testify at the hearing tomorrow morning. We will be there and bring you the latest on air, online, and on our KHOU 11 News app. This video is just infuriating. A man punching an 88-year-old woman for apparently no reason. It's tough to see, so we'll zoom in for you. The man sitting in a wheelchair by these plants outside an H-E-B store when the victim walks by. His punch knocks the poor lady to the ground. As several people rush to help her, he casually stands up, walks away with his wheelchair. It happened.
Wait a minute. I had this taped in there because it's part of the damn thing. But I ain't think about it. Glad I lit me something this morning so I can think about it. Let's ponder with me now, y'all. So basically what you saying is this nigga pretended to be in a wheelchair, punches this motherfucker, then get up and walk off? Thank you for fucking it up for me, you dumb bastard. No wonder they don't believe niggas in wheelchairs do what the hell I do. Because you got ignorant motherfuckers doing that. So from what I see from this tape here, this nigga is sitting in this wheelchair, knocks this lady down on the floor, then get up and walk off like he that blind dude on Good Times.
Well, you know, he could have walked and still had to.
No, you're not getting my point.
I get your point.
It's the whole I'm in a wheelchair thing about he playing. He could have just punched in the first place. Not saying that's right or wrong, but I'm saying why he had to pretend to be in a
nobody
wheelchair.
said he pushed it. He sat in a wheelchair so he could punch her.
No, wait. But he said in the wheelchair to play it off.
He was in the wheelchair when she walked out.
Yeah, but that don't make no sense.
And then he punched her.
Yeah.
But I don't, it ain't like he brought the wheelchair over there.
No,
because we don't know how he got there with the wheelchair.
Duh. We just see the camera when he walking down the street here.
We just see him fall, him stand up, and then push the wheelchair away.
Yeah. Now, that wheelchair must have been a diversion or something. As they call it, false flagging.
What was he using for? I mean, we don't know if he was asking for money or we don't know what the deal was because he was kind of sitting behind a bush.
Right.
Well, not necessarily, but we couldn't see because the bush was there.
All right, let's go, y'all.
Back on March 8th at the H-E-B and Buffalo Speedway at Bissonnette, but Houston police tweeted the video today. Here's a better look at the guy. If you recognize him, you know what to do. Call Houston police. Another vigil tonight to pray for a woman shot and killed by a Baytown police officer. Pamela Turner's death has made headlines across the country. Earlier today, her family and friends laid her to rest. The story kicks off tonight's 90-second nightcap.
After the funeral, loved ones, lawmakers, activists demanding a federal investigation and quick justice.
That's why I want Baytown, Texas to know that this is not something that you're going to brush under the rug and send the policeman back to work. If he's going to work, you let him know we're going to work too.
Reverend Sharpton also called it an insult that the Baytown police officer who killed Turner is now back on the job. He's been on administrative duty since Monday, according to police. Investigators say this home on a quiet street in Sugar Land was the center of a Clements High School student's explosive hobby. 17-year-old Maximilian Young was charged earlier this month with possession of explosive components after a tip from fellow students. There was never a specific threat against the school, but the student allegedly talked about the kind of damage bombs could do.
5 adorable, precious puppies snuggled together at Fort Bend County's animal shelter in Rosenberg.
I know road it was.
No, I don't like that. If I have you do something, why do I gotta be backpedaling to wait for you to see? But I'm saying we can probably pay for the whole thing. We do that anyway. Because we paying for the things we don't need, so that we can do that. Yeah, so this should be out a little bit later, probably 2 months, because we gotta save up. Now, back to the video, y'all. If they don't want people to do bombings and things like that on school shootings, why is it that when it's inverted, they tell you about it anyway? That's when it should be swept under the rug, when they invert it. Don't you
They
think?
should be out telling these people that they need to watch and see what their children are doing. Just
Not,
like the ones that
not
was
really.
in the garage all that time. They know they in the garage, but they don't go in there and see anything going.
Yeah, but that's obvious. But what I'm saying is, shouldn't they sweep them inverted ones under the rug?
No,
Why?
because the point is, this is something that could have happened.
No, you're not getting what I'm saying. Sweeping it under the rug, not telling everybody, the world. I don't mean not prosecuting the person or handling the person. What I'm saying is, even if it's inverted or it happened, it's always in the news, so you don't know no difference. Sometimes the shit gotta get out of the news, so people won't always feel that it's just being force-fed down their throat.
Well, what they need to do is people got to be more.
No. You said that already, but you're not getting what I'm saying. I need you to weigh in on
Instead
what I
of just
said.
seeing that all the time, whether it's they're doing it or
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Should it be kind of withheld like they withheld all other information you need to know?
I'm not so sure though.
Okay, but you think it should be done differently, right? Than just plastered all the time, right?
Yeah. Or just a different way. Not necessarily put that out,
Yeah.
but then, you know.
Do it a different way. Because if you are at a lesson and you're not really understanding what you're hearing, you probably think it's the same thing.
And that he just got caught before he did it.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, another one every day.
Well, I think they should run something to let parents know that you should try and see what your kids are doing.
Yeah, but usually people take that to the extremes once you tell them that.
Usually you would think these are kids that have problems. They're bullied, they're this, they're that. But not all the time.
But they still have problems.
Yeah.
Whether it's internal or external.
Well, they're not being bullied and that type of thing all the time. So it's not something that's really that obvious.
Well, you can understand too, if they have any kind of mental alteration, then they may not be bullied, but they might feel that they are. Because you heard that just being in the neighborhood. I heard people talk about me. You're like, where? How you know? You got on headphones. How do you hear that shit? It's already there, so they don't have to hear it in their surroundings. But yeah, what I need y'all to do is get ready for the cartoon. I'm in this video, hop up on here, hit the animator up, and I'll be back with I got a theory on Aladdin. The question is, I'm gonna ask it before I do the video. Why did Will Smith turn into human at the end or partial parts of the movie? Huh, people? Think about it. Leave it in the comment section. Shout out to the gang. Everybody, you know what it is. And I'll be back in a little while. Bye.